Okay, so this is the U-try for lesson 4 from algebraic expressions. It is the distributive property and combining like terms combined. So when we have algebraic expressions, remember we want to look for those parentheses first because we have to get that distribution out of the way so then we can add and subtract and move things around. So looking at number 1, we do see one set of parentheses, so we're going to do that first. So we're going to multiply 3 by x and 3 by 5, and we're going to bring that 2x down. So 3 times x will leave us with 3x, and 3 times 5 will leave us with plus 15. Now from here we're going to say, okay, we're not necessarily done yet. We got to make sure we don't have any like terms. And so we're going to look and we say, okay, we see two terms, both with x's to the first power, so we will be able to combine those. So now we're adding, so our coefficients are changing. We are not multiplying anymore. We're doing 2x plus 3x, which will give us 5x. And then that plus 15 doesn't have any friends. It's a constant, so we bring it down. So we kind of have to switch back and forth. Whenever we see those parentheses, we know we're multiplying. But then when you're combining like terms, you're only changing that coefficient and you're changing it through addition or subtraction. So number 2, we are distributing that -2. We do see a set of parentheses. We're not distributing it to that plus 6 because it's outside of that parentheses. So -2 times 4x will leave us with -8x. And -2 times -1 will leave us with a +2. And then we're going to bring down that plus 6 that's hanging out. The only x term I see is that -8x. So I'm just going to bring that down. And then I do see two constants. 2 and 6 are both constants, so they're like terms, and we're adding them. We're doing +2 plus 6, which will leave us with +8. So our simplified expression is -8x plus 8. Number 3, we do see a set of parentheses. We see that 4, that's not on, that's not gonna be added to that 5 first. Remember, we take care of this first. So we are going to distribute that 5 just to everything in parentheses. So we are bringing down two things. That 4, so the number one mistake I see people make is they want to combine 4 plus 5. They think, oh, well, they're like terms. But you have to get rid of any parentheses or multiplication first before you combine like terms. And then we're going to bring down that -6x. So 5 times 3x is going to leave us with 15x. And 5 times 2 will leave us with +10 when we distribute. And then we have that -6x. So looking here, we do see two x terms. We see 15x minus 6x. So now we're subtracting. 15 minus 6 will leave us with 9x. And then we see two constants. We see 4 plus 10, which will leave us with 14. So always make sure you get rid of those parentheses first. Looking at number 4, we have a double 2 sets of parentheses in the problem, so we have to distribute twice. So we have to take this 6 and distribute it to the x and the -4. That's going to be 6 times x, which will leave us with 6x. 6 times -4 will leave us with -24. And then we have to distribute this 3. 3 times 2x will leave us with a +6x. And 3 times 8 will leave us with a +24. When we go to combine like terms here, we have 6x plus 6x, which will leave us with 12x. And then we have -24 plus 24. -24 plus 24 will leave us with 0. So we don't even have to write that. It's technically plus 0 there. But the answers you're going to see is someone just combining that to 12x and calling it finished or simplified. So remember, if it goes to 0, we typically don't write plus 0 there. Number 5 is very similar to number 4. I'm going to slide this up a little bit. We are going to distribute that 4 to the 3x and to that 2. So that's going to become 12x plus 8. And now here you just have to be careful. You're distributing a -6. So you're going to do -6 times 2x, which will give us a -12x. And then we're going to do -6 times +1, which will give us a -6. Combining like terms, we have 12x minus 12x. That does go to 0x, and we don't need to write that. We're going to just eliminate it, right? 12x minus 12x is 0x, so we're actually not going to write any x's. And then we have 8 minus 6, which will leave us with a +2. So when we go to simplify this answer, we would just be writing 2. Okay? And last but not least, we've got everything happening in this last problem. We have to distribute the 3 first. 3 times x, 3 times 5, 3x plus 15. Then we have to distribute this -4. -4 times 2x gives us -8x. -4 times -6 gives us +24. And then we just need to bring down that +7. There's nothing we got to do with that except bring it along for the ride. We're looking for our x terms. 3x minus 8x will give us a -5x. Remember, we are adding or subtracting when we combine like terms. And then we have 3 like terms, or 3 constants here. We have 15 plus 24 plus 7. So 15 plus 24 is 39. 39 plus 7 is 46. So we're going to have plus 46. And so that is lesson 4, the distributive property and combining like terms. From our algebraic expression topic. Hopefully that helped. If you needed some extra guidance on those U-tries, keep up the great work and keep following along.